Right here. Hi.
Ugh, don't even talk to me until I have my heroin in the morning.
What?
People say, don't even talk to me until I have my coffee in the morning.
Well, I mean, if you can't do anything until you've had your fix of, like, Wonder Woman or, like, Brie Larson's Miss Marvel or...
Captain Marvel? Miss Marvel is a completely different character, you pleb.
No, it's the same thing.
That must be rough, though, to wake up, like, in an ache because your body is, like, craving a drug. Can you imagine? Like, it's probably bad enough for people with caffeine, but if you have, like, a serious, like, if you have an amphetamine addiction or heroin, like, I don't think it's ever come up on the show, but I had a very close friend who became an addict.
Oh, he had a hat.
Yeah. They became, like, quite significantly an addict. And it's really sad watching them sort of convert into this, from this person that was your friend into this sort of, like, golem-like character that just wants their fix. And you know it's gotta hurt to just wake up in the morning and have a craving and, like, you can't function until you get that thing. I mean, wow, caffeine sounds worse when you compare it to that.
I mean...
But I mean, like...
The problem is that caffeine kind of acts like that, too. Like,
yeah,
I was like
people
that,
do act like... Oh, yeah, jump out.
I was like that all day yesterday, because, like, I hadn't had any caffeine, like, at all.
Yeah, I feel like caffeine really is just a lesser version of other
It's a very
drugs.
dumbed-down version.
Of, like, an amphetamine or a heroin or a cocaine.
Or speed.
Yeah. Well, speed is...
As my boss has compared it to. Yes, my boss has compared caffeine to speed.
I mean, it's not... I mean, it's chemically, it's very differently, but physiologically, like, its effects are just not as bad and not as profound.
But it was the way that he worded it. It makes me feel like I'm on speed.
Oh.
Which implies that he has tried speed.
I mean, so what if he has, right? Like, I think probably a good portion of people try different amphetamines in their life. I would just have to imagine.
God damn it.
Why don't you just not, like, power, like, the time
because you have to power through it, otherwise you're not going to make it.
No, you'll be fine. That's why you get the second one.
That was the second one.
Right. On the second, yeah, you have plenty of time to get through.
Like, I'm not losing it on the first one. Like, the first one's fine.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
one...
saying. So jump out.
Yeah.
Capture that guy. You don't have to speed racer through the
yes, you do. Otherwise, you're not going to make it.
No, you're fine. You've made it before.
No, I didn't.
Slow the fuck down. Yeah, you were.
See, I made it.
It's distance, Amarith. It's not time.
It is time. Time is distance.
You mean like the 2 minutes of time you wasted because you kept dying?
Time is distance over time.
Because you just needed to have a little bit of patience. Ooh, what's in the...
John, do I look like a doctor to you?
What do you suppose is down there?
A hole?
Maybe my keys that got lost down there.
No.
No. We don't want to bring up the fact that you're like, oh, I just love the lost my keys meme.
It's not even really a meme. It's just really stupid and just like there's no way to have a discussion with it about to people who have no idea what it is, and then once you know, you're cursed.
I mean, you've explained it to me before, but...
have you actually seen it, though?
No, I haven't. So, you know what? If you're feeling daring and you're at least 18 years of old, go onto like, some furry site like Fur Affinity or something.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be a furry site.
Oh, can it be like DeviantArt?
I'm sure you can find this shit on Pornhub.
Wait, DeviantArt still has porn,
DeviantArt
right?
is still a thing, yes.
It's not like Tumblr?
They haven't banned porn yet.
They didn't ban all the porn? Okay, good.
They just banned underage porn and porn of characters that are,
like they're depicted to look underage?
No, well, yes, but also...
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But also, like, they say, oh, well, you can't age up a character to over 18 and say, oh, okay, it's fine.
I'm okay with you making those rules. I mean, they're silly rules, but I understand that you might just need it. I mean, yeah, hat, obviously. Oh, hey, look, we've gotten practice. You gotta accelerate. You gotta go past all of his ice and punch him in the face!
Get it done!
That'll teach you. But yeah, I can respect rules that just say.
That hurt.
How are you supposed to dodge that?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think those sort of things should be illegal, but like as a platform, you're allowed to say like this kind of porn is not allowed. and this kind of porn is allowed, especially if that distinction is like related to depictions of minors or like ways to get around, admitting that you're making depictions of minors.
Yeah.
Like, again, boy.
Slippery slope.
I'm about to get canceled here, right now.
It's slippery slope is what it is.
But, like, here's our politics branch for the session. Like, in theory, or not in theory, in practicality, I'm for whatever stops the most children from being abused, right?
Right.
And the studies that have been done, granted, good studies have not been done in the United States, but the studies that have been done show that punishing people for possession of child pornography, boy, if we were ever demonetized, this would end it right here.
This would be the one.
Yeah. Punishing the possession of actually has bad outcomes society-wide, i.e. more people are likely to abuse children if they do not have access to the porn of the thing they're into. Because
basically they're using it as an outlet to not do the bad.
They're using it as an outlet to not do the bad. And while it absolutely makes 100% sense
as to why you shouldn't.
And to keep illegal the production of. Because if there's a minor that is being exploited, that is absolutely a crime.
Like drawing drawing the likeness of a specific minor or
that I don't think so actually. I think as long as no child was and this is the hot take that's going to get me canceled. As long as no child was actually exploited, any depiction is morally maybe not fine, but legally should absolutely be allowed because it reduces the amount of children that get abused, and that's what our goal is, right? Yeah, Mario! We're talking about heroin addictions and child porn!
Normal things.
Just normal things here.
Just normal things on the brand.
But yeah, I actually feel very strongly about that because I have, like many people, there are very close family members of mine that were abused, and if their abusers had access to something that wasn't a child that might have been an outlet for them, they might not have abused. Now, probably not. But every now and then, you don't know. Even if it stops 1 out of 10, isn't that worth it?
Well, it's because you don't know whether.
Have you? I think you've bought from these guys. Oh, you can start buying all the outfits.
Yeah, I know. That's what I came in here for.
You can buy all the outfits. It's gotta be cowboy. Yeah, don't get
cowboy.
Yeah, outfits first, definitely. Oh, you can buy all the outfits too, can't you? No, you can't. You can buy the hat. Oh, are we gonna okay? We'll model it for when we're done. And I think there's a power mode you can buy from the.
We already did.
Oh, did we? Okay.
From the coin shop.
But yeah, don't diddle the kittles, and if spanking it to some lowly hentai is what stops you from doing it, then that's better than you doing it, right? That's my opinion. So you'll understand when you listen back to it on the show.
No, I don't think I will. I'm lost. Who are you?
Okay, change the subject. Oh, hey, look, everything's unfrozen.
I can get all these things that were frozen.
Look, Gordon Ramsay paid us a visit, and he unfroze everything.
Yeah.
That's so thoughtful of him.
I can't.
But there's all sorts of stuff on the rooftops here that you can get now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Do you want to lay out your opinion there?
On what?
With the CP,
as if it's drawn, sure, because well, as long as it's not like you're making kids do the poses, like if it's like fictional, like this is not actually. If it's even
basically
a person.
like lowly hentai, right? Like the stuff that you unfortunately can't avoid. Because once again, just because I feel like
just because you blacklist those tags doesn't mean they don't show up.
A lot of the sites don't have good ways of blacklisting tags either. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Because not everything does get tagged properly. And in my ideal world, this stuff doesn't exist because then I don't accidentally run across it.
By the way, we're just not going to address that, right?
What?
Never mind.
That you rocketed over here?
That we just fucking SpaceX.
Took a rocket ship?
We SpaceX'd over.
Elon Mario? Oh, that was a mistake. That was a horrible mistake.
No, I can fix this.
You don't have your hat either, remember?
I don't?
No, you put it on a thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you got to put it on a thing because this is a no hat challenge.
Oh, is that what they're calling these?
No hat November.
No hat November?
Yeah.
But it's April.
Why are you so whatever you made it? Turn around. Like look back at the one house. There's an extra power moon hiding like in one of the cycles on one of the houses behind you or in front of you or something.
Okay,
I know.
let's
There's
just be
something
boring and watch John the Branch is like, oh,
okay,
there's
maybe it's
absolutely
not on this
nothing
one.
in this one.
Okay. So you would support like the legalization, the decriminalization of depict like.
I would say like
depictions.
basically keep it like, how do I say, keep it illegal but like decriminalize it. Yeah, just like
okay,
don't actively go after it, but it's like if you're in the streets like peddling CP, it's like you shouldn't do that.
Okay. I agree. Like, especially distribution. I'm on the fence about criminalization of possession of actual child. Like, what caused, you know, what you know what I mean. Only because there has been science to show that it might be better for the society as a whole. So, and this is like,
It's a tough call.
yeah. Here's one. How do you feel about actors portraying?
What do you mean actors portraying?
Actors portraying a child.
I'm not understanding the question.
So like 221-year-olds on porn, you know, on some. Now you saw those purples, right? Okay. 221-year-olds and you know actors get in the studio and role play and they dress up and one of them like says like, you know, or acts very young or childish. Is that acceptable to you? Because
I mean,
like you couldn't stop people from doing that in the bedroom, right?
I mean, it's role playing. Like
Yeah.
you can't stop people from role playing. It's like
Some
that'd be like trying to make illegal like LARPing.
Yeah, and I have heard people like on the internet make an argument, a somewhat compelling one. Like I disagree with it for the reasons I stated, which is basically like the outcomes are better if you don't do this. But like philosophically, some people say like no, you shouldn't even that like even teenage romance sex comedy should not be allowed because it's encouraging minors and it's like doing this thing that where you mentally are thinking about children in that way, like, you know, movies like American Pie where they show like 16-year-olds in very sexual situations, or even like a classic that everyone remembers from recent memory, the two, well, it had 2 seasons, what was it, Blast Back Off, Stranger Things. You know, like it shows there's a sex scene between 2 teenagers.
Is there?
Yeah. And it feels super awkward, like as an adult watching that scene. I'm just like, ooh, this must have been really creepy to make. This must have felt like, obviously the actors are all probably, you know, are presumably all adults, but it feels weird watching a sex scene in a TV show with teenagers.
I mean, it feels strange watching a sex scene in a TV show in general.
It depends on the tastefulness of it, I suppose. Like, it was definitely really weird to me as, oh, hey, hi. As I was younger.
Yeah, but what was he saying?
Like, did you, that's it. Just gonna power with the party lines. Oh, I'm sure there's something you can do by hatting onto the power grid there. What's he gonna ask you to do? There's a prize in the party room. You have to feel it. So I hope you're using controller with a rumble, because that's the whole thing of this. Just ground pound wherever your controller rumbles. What an exciting puzzle. Oh, I was gonna say, like, the first time I remember ever feeling super uncomfortable, I had a few, because, you know, my mom watched pretty much everything that might have been questionable with me if I was allowed to watch it. So any rated R movie she would watch with us. So anytime any kind of, you know, sex scene came up, it was super awkward with mom. But I remember
she's right there.
Because she's right there. But I remember the first one. Well, hang on. Wait, quick story real quick.
Quick side branch.
I saw Gone with 60 Seconds with my cousins in Idaho, my super Mormon cousins and their parents, who were obviously super Mormon. And, like, there was the most minor, like, make-out scene in it. And I felt super awkward because I could just feel, oh, did you see the bird? The bird. Get him. Get him. Get the bird. You didn't get the bird. Ooh, you're so close.
I tried.
But yeah, there was like a heavy makeout scene, and like I could feel my aunt Kathy just kind of
Like,
stirring, like this is so inappropriate.
these kids are probably thinking all the bad thoughts.
Well, I mean, I was like 15, so I definitely was.
I can't believe these kids.
But yeah, okay. Well, what did I get distracted from saying? Oh, so the sex scenes in the movies. Do you remember Evangelion?
Yeah.
Like late on in this season, the original Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, there's another bird if you can get him.
Where?
To your right. Boy, there's so many things. I mean, you could just go if you want to, but you can probably jump out and get him if you. Oof.
Too fast.
Yeah, there's this scene where two characters, Misato and Karu, not Karu, who was the older guy that was kind of an asshole that Misato was
Genji?
hooking up with? No, the older guy. The guy in his like 30s or whatever. Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
There's a sex scene with them where it's just a full on like they're having a normal conversation while they're having sex. And
Because that's
like,
what people do.
It's basically just the sex scene without it being pornographic. Like the you know like you see their naked bodies just without their parts, and it's very like as explicit as you could put on television. Like I don't think it would have been allowed on American television at the time.
Probably
in
not.
the early 2000s. But like today, you could get away with it. It would definitely be on Netflix or something. But boy, I remember watching that, and that scene came on, and my mom was like right next to the room I was in while I was watching this, and I'm like,
Don't come in, don't come in,
Mom, please don't come in and watch this. Like it wasn't even the. Like, I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong because I knew, like, this is the show that I'm just watching and this scene happens to be in the show and I didn't foresee this scene being here. It was the awkwardness of my mom seeing, like having that connection to, you know...
You are doing a porn.
Son, sex scene, that might have been a concern.
Like, just the son, I am disappointed.
Yeah.
Where's that bird?
There's the bird. That's the word.
Damn it!
Well, you'll get him eventually. I believe in you.
Mario, where the fuck are you?
I mean, you don't have to eventually get him. You can just, you know what? You can get him next time on the branch.
Yeah.